Crosley plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. We may have had some technical difficulties there at the opening, but we are just minutes away from first pitch here, so I'm going to get to the starting lineups. We will start with the visiting team, Nevis, the Nevis Tigers, coming up to bat first. Leading off is their second baseman, Olivia Harris. Batting second at third base, Cassandra Bolster. Third at shortstop, Ella DeWitt. Fourth in left field, Danica Anderson. Batting fifth in center field, Annabelle Bolster. Pitching for Nevis will be Peyton Offerdahl. Batting seventh and playing flex position, we don't know where she's starting right now, is Brenna Lido. Batting eighth, Callie Prendis at catcher. And then in ninth today, Julia Durgan, the first base for Nevis. Starting just a minute or so early, that first pitch by the Mille starting pitcher, Brooklyn Orizim, was fouled off to the left for strike one. And that second pitch is outside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Two and one now the count after a close third pitch there. Wind up and the delivery. Maybe just a little inside. 3-1 now the count to Olivia Harris. Olivia Harris playing second base for Nevis. That pitch up. That is going to be a walk for Olivia Harris. She will occupy first base as the third baseman, Cassandra Bolster, comes to the plate. Cassandra Bolster wearing number 16. Batting from the right-hand side of the plate. Takes the first pitch for a ball. That pitch just missed. Ball two, no strikes to Cassandra Bolster here in the top of the first inning. No score, no outs. And that pitch is hit in the air to the first base, who can't quite come up with it. Bolster is going to reach first base with a hit. Harris will move on over to second. That brings up the shortstop, Ella DeWitt, to the plate. Ella DeWitt wearing number 6. The Tigers wearing their white jerseys with green sleeves. Dark green, forest green sleeves, and black socks. First pitch out of the zone for ball one. And that pitch just thought about going, checked her swinging, not in time. That's strike one. 1-1 now the count. Brooklyn with the pitch. In there for a strike. One ball and two strikes now to Ella DeWitt, the junior. That one's low for ball. 2-2 now the count. And the pitch is hit in the air to center field. The center fielder right underneath of it makes the catch, holds the runners on their bases. One away now in the top of the first inning for Nevis. That brings up the left fielder, Danica Anderson. And the pitch by Brooklyn is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Brooklyn with the windup and the delivery. I have one just no, that one's in there for a strike too. This calls strikes a little bit late, but so we'll just be a little bit patient before we bark out the calls here. But that one was swung on and missed for a strikeout. 2 down now for Nevis after retiring Danica Anderson with a strikeout. And that brings Annabelle Bolster to the plate. Annabelle Bolster, the center fielder, wearing number 26 for the Nevis Tigers. 2 away here in the top of the first inning, no score. First pitch is low, ball 1. And that pitch is fouled back. 1-1 the count to Annabelle Bolster. 2 away here in the top of the first. The winner of this game will go on to meet Black Duck tomorrow. Black Duck is the number 1 seed in the 5A section. So that pitch is out of the zone. 2-1 now the count to Annabelle Bolster. That pitch is swung on and fouled. 2-2 the count to Annabelle Bolster. Sister Cassandra Bolster at first and Olivia Harris at second. 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Brooklyn Orazem pitching for Mille. That pitch is just high to run the count full here. 3-2 with 2 away, runners on first and second. Brooklyn Orazem with the windup and the pitch. That's high. Loaded the bases up here with a walk. As I'm snapping my pencil lead here, trying to keep score, we have the bases full with number 12, Peyton Offerdahl, the pitcher, now at bat. First pitch to Offerdahl is up high, ball 1. Peyton Offerdahl, a junior from Nevis. That pitch also just out of the zone. 2-0 the count to Peyton. Chilly overcast day here in Isle, Minnesota. As the pitch is delivered. That one's in there for a strike. 2-1 to Offerdahl with the bases loaded and 2 down here in the top of the first. No score. And the pitch swung on, grounded to first base, maybe foul, just foul. Kind of came down the line and three and two now with 2 away here in the top of the first. That ball swung on, fouled back. So I was just informed that the screen had been blank for you. So we hopefully have the screen up there for you and the audio is good. And the pitch here by Brooklyn. Swung on, line to second base, thrown to first, past the first baseman. That's going to score 2 runs here for Nevis in the top of the first. Cassandra Bolster and Olivia Harris score, making it 2-0 Nevis. Annabelle Bolster moves over to third as Peyton makes it to second with the errant throws. So runners on second and third, 2 runs in the score for Nevis. Score 2-0 here in the top of the first. That pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 to Brenna Lido. the 11th grader for Nevis. That pitch in there also for a strike. 0-2 with 2 away here. Top of the first with 2 on. Annabelle Bolster at third. Peyton Offerdahl at second. 2 away. That pitch low. Ball 1. 2 strikes. Wind picking up just a little bit here. Blowing from home to right field. Couple raindrops. Nothing too serious. I don't think we're going to get much rain, but definitely a little wet out here at the moment. 2-2 now the count after the ball there by Brooklyn. She offers here the pitch, and that is also just out of the zone. Again, full count with 2 away here in the top of the first. Runners on second and third. Peyton Offerdahl looking for the pitch. Swings and misses. Strike out to retire the side. They leave 2 on, but they take a 2-0 lead after a couple of walks, a couple of hits, and a strikeout. Again, after 1/2 inning, 2-0, Nevis leading Mille Lacs in the Section 5A playoffs here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrump Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrump Excavating will have your project done right and on time. Serving Pine River, Bacchus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrump Excavating LLC. Online at shrumpexcavating.com.
Boone's Fine Guns is open daily from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m., and they're located in Isle, Minnesota. Come on in for all your hunting needs. They have a full line of ammo and quality new and used firearms. Boone's also specializes in collector firearms and ammo. They offer hunting apparel and Red Wing boots. Boone's Fine Guns also encourages you to take a kid hunting. They are the future. Boone's Fine Guns also celebrates and congratulates the Isle High School graduating class of 2022.
It's a great...
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Paul Leonard. We're here in the bottom of the first inning with Mille Lacs coming up. Bringing the top of the order, of course, Jenna Carlson, Reamer, and Brooklyn Orzum to the plate. You're listening to 5A section playoff on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Paul Leonard. Nevis with a 2-0 lead over Mille Lacs here in the bottom of the first inning. Peyton Offerdahl, the pitcher for Nevis, getting started here. And that pitch is bunted by Carlson, but right back to Peyton, who flips it over to first base for an out. 1 pitch, 1 away here in the bottom of the first for Mille Lacs. That brings up Reamer, the Mille Lacs shortstop, wearing number 1, black pants, red jersey with black piping and lettering. She showed bunted it back and foul. 1 strike to Reamer. And the pitch by Peyton is also bunted back into the backstop. 0-2 now the count to Reamer. Peyton Offerdahl with the delivery. Looked a little inside there. 1-2 to Reamer. No outs here in the bottom of the first. Carlson at first for Mille Lacs. Swing and a miss by Reamer. That's a strikeout for Peyton Offerdahl. That brings up Brooklyn Orzum for Mille Lacs, the starting pitcher, wearing number 6 from the left-hand side of the plate. And the pitch is low for a ball. Carlson's going to steal second base as the throw to second goes well over the second baseman's head into center field. So Carlson now safe at second. That pitch is swung on by Orzum and missed for a 2-1 count. Peyton offered all. And the pitch here is fouled back into the backstop. 2-2 now, the count to Brooklyn Orzum. Peyton with the pitch up high. That's going to send Jenna Carlson all the way to home safe on that pass ball. They did get a throw. She was under the slide in there safely to get on the board for Mille. 2-1 now on the scoreboard. Peyton Offerdahl ready to take them out again here with a 2-2 count, 3-2 count to Brooklyn Orzum. That's a ball. She walked her. Ball 4. That puts Brooklyn Orzum at first with the walk, bringing up Paige Stecker for Mille. Still just one away here in the bottom half of the first inning for Mille. Pitch by Peyton. A little bit high. Ball 1. Peyton at third base today, wearing a red number 8 jersey for the Raiders. Takes pitch 2 for a ball, 2-0, the count. Brooklyn Orzum at first base for the Raiders. Peyton with the delivery, swung on and missed, 2-1, the count. That pitch outside of the zone. 3-1 now, the count to Paige Stecker. That pitch is swung on and missed. Full count now with 1 away. Brooklyn Orzum, the starting pitcher for Mille, at first base. Wind up by Peyton on the pitch, swung on and missed. Ball gets past the catcher. She's going to arrive safely at first base, moving Brooklyn Orzum over to second in the process. So Paige reaches on that pass ball after the strikeout. That brings up Mueller, center fielder, wearing number 10 for Mille. Well, they called her out, I guess. So Paige Stecker is an actual strikeout. And Mueller hits a ground ball to third base, beats it out to first, so she's going to reach safely with an infield hit, sending Orzum to third base, bringing up Mille Kapsner to the plate. Runners at the corners with Mille Kapsner ready to take the pitch. That ball is also past the catcher off the top of her glove, and that's going to score Brooklyn Orzum from third base as she comes in at the same time as the throw, but beats it as the catcher can't quite handle it. That's going to tie the score up here, 2-2, Mille. Tied up with Nevis now here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 away here. As Mueller has moved over to third base. Kapsner with a 1-0 count. That pitch is swung on and missed, 1-1. Mueller reached on an infield hit and is now at third base. That pitch in there for a strike, 1-2. 2 away here. Peyton looking to strike the third player out of the inning, and she does. That's a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. So after a couple of errors, walk and a hit, 2 runners, 1 runner left on, 2 score. After 1 full inning, it's Mille 2, Nevis 2. We'll be back with the top of the second inning here after these messages.
Is the key to success. At Isle High School, their mission is to empower learners with lifelong skills to succeed. Athletics also plays an important role in a student's development, with participating athletes learning life lessons along the way. Isle High School is proud to be one half of the Mille Raiders Athletic Co-op. Located on the shores of beautiful Mille Lake, Isle High School offers students a great environment to learn, working together as a group or individually. Go Raiders!
At Mille Energy Cooperative, it's their mission to responsibly provide reliable, competitively priced energy, services, and products to meet the needs of their members and customers. To hear what's new, visit mlecmn.com. Read their latest newsletter to keep up with current news at the co-op. Smart Hub, access your account information 24/7. Find out other ways your Mille Energy Cooperative is serving its members. mlecmn.com.
Come get your fill.
Welcome back to the girls varsity softball section 5A playoffs. Mille hosting Nevis today. We are in the top of the second inning. It's a 2-2 score. Mille tied it up in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch here by Brooklyn Orizim is swung on a miss for a strike to Callie Prendes for Nevis. That pitch outside of the zone, 1-1. That pitch in there for a strike, 1-2 the count. Brooklyn delivering swing and a miss, strikeout for Brooklyn. Third strikeout of the game. That brings up the first baseman, Julia Durgan, for Nevis. First pitch in there for a strike. Brooklyn with the delivery. Swung on and missed. 0-2 the count to Julia Durgan. Abby Jensen looks to be on deck. Swing and a miss there by Julia. Strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Brooklyn. That brings up number 4, Olivia Harris, to the plate. Second baseman for Nevis. First pitch is swung on and hit to center field. That's going to drop in there for a hit. She's going to round first and hold up there as it throws quickly back into second base. Solid hit there for Olivia Harris. That brings up Cassandra Bolster, the 10th grader. Number 16, the third baseman for Nevis. First pitch is grounded to first base. She picks it up, flips it over to the second baseman. Actually flips it up, flips it over to first base for the out. And a quick 3 away here in the top of the second. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com. Score 2-2. Nevis and Mille knotted up here in the middle of the second inning. Back after this.
Baxter in Little Falls. Pizza Ranch features plenty of pizza, a sensible salad bar, famous fried chicken, all the fixins, and delectable dessert. Buffet your way. Pizza Ranch on Edgewood Drive in Baxter and in Little Falls.
Restock on food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 is stocked with bait, tackle, and snacks for your fishing excursions, quality Cenex gasoline, and off-road diesel. Their inside and outside car washes are open. Make sure to stop by to keep your car shining bright in the sun. Don't forget your fishing and hunting license. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Located on the south end of Mille Lake, Onamia High School is a place where content-rich academics, a healthy and supportive learning environment, outstanding technical education electives, and vast extracurricular activities all collide to create students that are ready to tackle the challenges of the future and fulfill their greatest potential. Onamia High School, where every day counts. And Onamia High School says, "Go Raiders!"
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Paul Leonard. You're listening to Girls Varsity Softball Section 5A Playoffs. Mille and Nevis currently tied at 2 here in the bottom of the second inning. And the first pitch here to Danny Larson is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Danny Larson, the first baseman for Mille, swing and a miss there. 0-2 now the count. Here to lead off the second inning for Mille. And another swing and a miss. Struck her out. 3 pitches. Retires Danny Larson. That brings up Jen Heveisen. She is the designated hitter today, wearing number 17. And the pitch there by Peyton is in there for a strike. 0-1. That pitch is swung on and fouled off to the right over the dugout and out of play. 0-2 the count, with one away here in the bottom of the second for Mille. That pitch is hit up the middle for a hit. She's going to reach first base. Ball relayed back in quickly. Going to hold up there at first, and that will bring up Gabao, the right fielder, wearing number 2 for Mille. And the pitch by Peyton is out of the zone, ball 1. Want to know the count to Gabao. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Heveisen at first base. Gabao now with a 1-2 count. Peyton pitches. That is just out of the zone. 2-2 the count to Gabao. A little more rain coming down now. Hopefully that doesn't get much worse. That pitch out of the zone. Oh, no, that is a strike. I cannot hear the umpire from where we are, and he's verbalizing his call, but I can't really see his arm signal until well after he says it. But that was indeed a strikeout. That brings up the catcher, Jenna Carlson, to the plate. Carlson reached on an error and scored in the first inning. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. 1 ball, the count. That pitch is hit in the air out of reach of the shortstop as she gives chase, ends up by the fence, but not quite in time to make that catch. That sends Jenna Carlson back to the plate with a 1-1 count. And we're ready to go here. Peyton delivers that ball out of the zone. 2-1 to Jenna. Peyton with the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two down here with one runner on first base for Mille. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Peyton winds up, delivers, swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Third strikeout of the inning for pitcher Peyton Offerdahl from Nevis. Excellent job. Retires the side. Does leave one batter on after two innings, two full innings. Here we are knotted up at 2 apiece on yourliveevent.com. We'll be back. Nevis takes the plate, sending up DeWitt, Anderson, and Bolster after these messages.
Bar and Grill in Onamia offers great food and a wide selection of drinks. Enjoy locally sourced Minnesota flavors from signature burgers to mouth-watering chicken strips. Don't miss the Find the Ace of Spades drawing every Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. and their famous meat raffle every Sunday at 3 p.m. Proud supporters of Mille Raiders sports. Benson's Hometown Bar and Grill is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. To find out more and to check out their menu, visit bensonsbarandgrill.com.
Stop into Reed's Market and Gas Express in Cross Lake. While there, be sure to pick up Reed's Hardwood Smoked Meats, made in Reed's very own smokehouse, located on County Road 3 and open at 7 a.m. 7 days a week. Shop Reed's Market in Cross Lake.
When you get that rumble in your belly, make your way to Smoke and Mortars Barbecue and Meat Market in Isle. Proud supporters of Mille Raiders sports. Smoke and Mortars Barbecue offers daily smoke specials, which are posted on Facebook. Need something quick while you're on the go? Grab a sandwich from the deli or beef sticks and jerky. Smoke and Mortars Barbecue and Meat Market. Open Wednesday and Sunday, 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. In the old Dairy Vi on Highway 47 South in Isle.
Be the best.
Welcome back to yourliveevent.com. Nevis up to bat here in the top of the third, taking on Mille. First pitch there, swung on and missed. Reamer has an 0-1 count to begin this third inning for Nevis. Pitch number 2 is up high, 1-1 now the count. Well, I was absolutely not looking at the right side of my scorecard. Ella DeWitt is up to bat here for Nevis, and she pokes that one through the infield for a base hit. Number 6, Ella DeWitt, reaching first base on a single here to start the third inning for Nevis. 2-2 the score. Danica Anderson coming up to the plate. Danica Anderson struck out in her first at-bat in the first inning. Fouls the first pitch off there for strike 1. As mentioned, these two teams have not met before, but they do match up well on paper, and they are playing like it today on the field. That pitch in there for a strike. Catcher Prendes threatened to throw down the first, but held on to the ball. 0-2 count. Ball 1-2 now to Danica Anderson. Brooklyn winds up and delivers. That one just out of the zone. 2-2. Annabelle Bolster on deck for Nevis. That pitch high. 3-2 now to Anderson. That pitch also fouled off. 3-2, the count remains. DeWitt with the lead at first. She's going to go ahead and move on over as ball 4 is delivered to Danica Anderson. So that brings up Annabelle Bolster, the center fielder, the senior center fielder for Nevis. Runners on first and second, nobody away here in the top of the third inning. Annabelle takes ball one. Do it at second, Anderson at first. Bolster with a 2-0 count now after that low delivery. Bolster reached on a walk in the first inning, was stranded at third base. 2-1 now, the count to Bolster. Brooklyn with the delivery. That's up high. 3-1. No outs here in the top of the third for Nevis. Trying to get a couple of runs across here. That pitch is in there for a strike. Full count now to Bolster. 3-2. Runners on first and second. Peyton Offerdahl on deck for Nevis. Pitch is hit hard to center field. That's going to be over the center field. So she's going to run back almost to the fence. That's going to score 2 runs standing up. Bolster is going to reach third with a double, and then she reaches third on the passed throw to home. 2 runs scored now for Nevis, making it 4-2 over Mille here in the top of the third inning. Peyton Offerdahl now at the plate with Annabelle Bolster at third. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. That pitch is just low. 1-1 the count to Peyton Offerdahl. Looking ready with the delivery. Pitches, and that ball is hit to the second baseman in the air. It's going to make that catch. It's going to hold Bolster over at third base. 1 away now here in the third inning. Brenna Lindo now up to bat. Brenna struck out in the first inning. The pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1 count with Annabelle Bolster at third base. 1 away. 4-2 score Nevis over Mille here in the top of the third inning. Pitch by Brooklyn is up high. 1-1. Yeah, it'd be nice if we had some warm weather for some of these games. Last week was warm and sunny, and this week cold and rainy. That pitch gets past the catcher. Bolster is going to attempt to come home, but she's going to be tagged out on the slide. Bolster is going to be the second out here of the inning after trying to come home on a pass ball and getting tagged out at home. But that was a ball now. The count to Brenna Lido is 2-1. Now with nobody on. That pitch is hit up the middle through the fielders for a hit. Lido is going to reach on a 2-out single as the rain begins to come down a little bit harder and the wind picks up a little bit more. Up to the plate now for Nevis is Callie Prentice. First pitch out of the zone, ball 1. Two away here with Lido at first base. Pitch 2 is swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 the count to Prendas with Durgan on deck. Swing and a miss, struck her out for the third out of the inning, retires the side. Nevis scores 2 on a couple of hits and a couple of throwing errors. So after 2.5, Nevis leading Mille Lacs 4-2 here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll be back with the bottom half of the third inning right after these messages.
With quality apparel and custom designs from Real Design. From screen print and embroidery to custom art, the Real Design team turns your vision into finished garments everyone will be proud to wear. Visit RealDesignInc.com and check out their online fan store featuring apparel for your school, business, or fundraiser. Call 320-364-0092 or visit their office in downtown Isle and always online at RealDesignInc.com.
The Mille Lacs Lake area is like nowhere else. It's a great place to live, a great place to visit, and a great place to stay healthy. Thanks to the Mille Lacs Health System, the right care for you, right by you. The Mille Lacs Health System is staffed with highly skilled medical professionals who provide the expertise you expect, the reassurance you seek, and the compassion you deserve. We provide outpatient services to treat severe or chronic conditions with infusion therapy. That includes chemotherapy.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Paul Learned. We are presenting girls high school varsity softball Section 5A playoffs today. Nevis visiting Mille Lacs. We are in the middle of the third inning. 4-2. Nevis holds the lead. We're just about to get underway here with Reamer here up to bat for Mille Lacs. Reamer struck out in the first inning. First pitch is shown bunt and fouled back. 0-1 the count to Reamer here in the bottom of the third inning. Reamer wearing number 1, playing shortstop here for Mille Lacs. Ready for the pitch. That is in there for a strike. 2 rather to Reamer. Peyton with the delivery, and that ball is hit in the air to second base. Flipped over to first, but not in time. Reamer's going to reach with an infield hit. That brings up the starting pitcher, number 6, Brooklyn Orzum for Mille Lacs, batting from the left-hand side of the plate. Peyton offered all with the delivery. Swung on, fouled back over. Nope. Just in front of the Nevis dugout. 0-1 the count to Brooklyn. Peyton with the delivery. That one's up high as Reamer runs for second base, successfully steals the base. That throw not in time and mishandled by Harris. So Reamer now on second. Brooklyn with a 1-1 count in the batter's box. Ready for the pitch. Swings and fouls it back. 1-2. No out here in the bottom of the third. Offerdahl getting ready to deliver the 1-2 pitch. It's in there for a strike. Struck her out. Orzum down, looking, bringing up the third baseman, Paige Stecker from Lax, with 1 away and a runner at second in the bottom of the third. Peyton Offerdahl with the delivery. That one's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Someone must have told the ump to speak up because I can hear him. I can hear him now. That pitch is fouled back into the backstop. 0-2 the count to Stecker. 4-2 is the score here. Nevis over Mille Lacs in the bottom of the third. On a cold, windy, overcast, rainy day. Sounding familiar. Pitch by Peyton is high. 1-2 the count now to Paige Stecker. One of these days I'll be able to feel my hands and face when I leave here. Right now it's not looking too promising. And the pitch here swung on and missed. Strikeout number 2 for Peyton Offerdahl of Nevis. Reamer is still at second for Mille Lacs. Mueller now up to bat for Mille Lacs, the center fielder, wearing number 10. First pitch is high, ball 1. Two down. Reamer at second. The pitch swung on and missed. 1-1 the count to Mueller. Peyton Offerdahl looking in and delivers. That pitch is in there. Strike 2, 1-2. Mueller reached on a single in the first inning. This pitch here is high. 2-2. Reached on a single and was stranded at third to end the inning. Peyton with the delivery, swung on and missed. 3 strikeouts after giving up a leadoff hit for Nevis pitcher Peyton Offerdahl. So good inning there. Maintains the score here, 4-2. Nevis in front of Mille Lacs after 3 innings. We'll be back with the top of the 4th and Nevis at the plate after these messages.
And blood transfusions, plus injections for substance abuse and osteoporosis. There are a full range of modern healthcare services with 5 convenient family medicine clinics located in Onamia, Isle, Garrison, Hillman, and Malacca. Get the personalized healthcare you need from people who get you. Mille Lacs Health System, the right care for you, right by you.
Quality service makes the difference. Those are the words Oberfeld Insurance in Isle lives by. Complete customer service when it comes to your insurance needs. Whether you're looking for auto, homeowners, commercial, life, or health insurance, Oberfeld Insurance works with dozens of insurance companies, getting you the best coverage with the best company at the best price. To learn more, visit oberfeldinsurance.com or call 320-676-3267.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Paul Learned. Girls High School Softball Section 5A Playoffs. Nevis at Mille Lacs. Nevis here in the top of the 4th inning. At the plate, Julia Durgan, the junior first baseman for Nevis. Nope, that is still her. Thought we were going to get a substitution. Julia struck out. Durgan struck out here in the 2nd inning. That first pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Brooklyn, the Mille Lacs pitcher, delivers, swing, and a miss. On an 0-2 pitch, Julia Durgan is retired. That brings the top of the order. Number 4, the shortstop, the second baseman, Olivia Harris, to the plate. Olivia Harris swings on that first pitch and hits it to center field, right to the charging center fielder, who snags that one out of the air to retire Olivia Harris on 1 pitch. That's 2 down now here in the 4th inning. That brings third baseman Cassandra Bolster to the plate for Nevis. First pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play. 0-1. Cassandra reached on a single in the first inning, grounded out in the second. Cassandra Bolster also scored in the first inning. Scored the second run of the game for Nevis. This pitch here is low. 1-1 the count. 2 away, nobody on for Nevis. That pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play. 1-2 the count to Cassandra Bolster. Brooklyn getting ready to take the mound again as we get the balls back in. And she's ready to go. Winds up and delivers. Just low. 2-2 the count to Cassandra. 2 away here in the top of the fourth. Pitch by Brooklyn, swung on and just dribbled down the third base line. Pitcher picks it up. She's not going to get it in time to first base, and it's actually going to get thrown past the first baseman, but Bolster will remain at first base with an infield single. That brings up the shortstop, number 6, Ella DeWitt. Ella flew out in the first inning and had a single and scored in the third. First pitch here to DeWitt is looked at. It's a ball. 1-0. Just a little high there out of the zone. Pitch by Brooklyn. Swung on and grounded over to the short. Flipped over to first. Routine 6-3 putout. And that's going to end the inning here for Nevis. So after 3.5, it remains 4-2. Nevis on top of Mille Lacs in the Section 5A playoffs here in Isle, Minnesota. We'll be back after these messages on YourLiveEvent.com.
Now, today, more than ever, the world needs safe, secure, sustainable, and affordable sources of energy. That's why Enbridge is advancing new technologies to reduce emissions, like carbon capture and hydrogen power. By putting in the work today, we're bridging to a cleaner energy future. Tomorrow is on. Enbridge. Life takes energy.
Bliss Salon and Boutique in Pequot Lakes is your top spot for hair, makeup, and lash extensions. And no surprise, they've done it again. Bliss is a 2025 Best of Weddings pick on the Knot magazine and our Hall of Famers. And Bliss Salon and Boutique is so much more. Find lots of beautiful locally made and handcrafted accessories and jewelry. Plus, pick up some Pequot Lake's own Oofta Juice. Stop and see the awesome gals at Bliss Salon and Boutique on Main Street in downtown Pequot Lakes.
Martin's.
Welcome back to Minnesota High School Softball Section 5A playoffs on YourLiveEvent.com. We're going into the bottom of the fourth inning. Mille Lacs up to bat here. They are sending Kapsner, Larson, and Hayweisen to the plate. First pitch to Kapsner is swung on and missed, strike one. Second pitch there down low, just a little bit, 1-1 the count. Kapsner struck out in her only other at-bat in the first inning. Peyton Offerdahl stretching her arm out, getting ready, and delivers. That pitch is swung on, grounded past the first baseman, out to right field. That will be a base hit for Kapsner here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That brings up Danny Larson to the plate. Danny struck out in the second inning, her only other at-bat. First pitch from Peyton Offerdahl. Swung on and missed. 0-1 the count to Danny Larson. And the pitch, swung on and missed, strike two. Peyton Offerdahl with the pitch. Swung on, fouled back, and out of play. Count remains 0-2 to Danny Larson. Danny Larson playing first base for Mille Lacs. And the pitch by Offerdahl. That's low, ball 1-2 to Larson. Kapsner at first base. That pitch is hit in the air to center field. That's going to fall in front of the center fielder, who bobbles it just a little bit, but not so much that the runners advance. So we'll now have runners at first and second as Danny Larson reaches with a single and Kapsner over to second base. That brings up Hayvisen for Mille Lacs, number 17. Peyton Offerdahl getting ready to deliver. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. And there for a strike. 0-1. Runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. And that pitch is hit to right field. That's going to drop in front of the right fielder, and then she's going to run past it. So that will get past her. And Hayvisen's going to be into second with a double, and that's going to score 2 runs. So RBI double here for Jen Hayvisen. Scoring Danny Larson from first and Miley Kapsner from second. That ties the score up here in the fourth inning, 4-4. Up at the plate now for Mille Lacs is Gabao, the right fielder, number 2. With Hayvisen at second and nobody out. Rain coming down even a little harder now. I'm not sure that it's going to get any better. Rain was supposed to start in earnest a little bit later as ball 1 is delivered to Gabao. But seems to have started a little bit early. Pitch 2 is up high. 2-0. Gabao struck out in her only other at-bat in the second inning. Part of that 3 strikeout inning for Peyton Offerdahl. As Peyton Offerdahl gets ready to deliver. Delivers strike 1, 2-1. Pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-2 the count. Still nobody away. Jen Hayvisen at second. There's some discussion amongst the umpires. Giving the pitcher some instruction. Couldn't quite pick up on what they were saying, but the pitcher has taken note, and we are ready to roll again. The 2-2 delivery is out of the zone. 3-2 to Gabao. Peyton Offerdahl with the windup and the pitch, and that is swung on, fouled out of play down the right field line. Count remains 3-2. Full count to Gabao with Hayvisen at second. Gabao fouls that one back into the backstop. The count still with the runner at second, nobody out. The pitch is swung on right into the Mille Lacs dugout. Staying alive, 3-2 the count. And we're going to switch balls. That one must have gotten a little dirtier than Peyton Offerdahl's liking. So we retrieve our new ball, dry it off a little bit. I'm just going to reload. And finally, Peyton Offerdahl has the ball again, and we should be set to go. Sitting in kind of a weird spot. I'm sitting down the right field line, just past first base by about 20 feet, past the home team dugout, as that pitch is fouled back. 3-2, still with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning in a tie game, 4-4. That pitch also fouled off. Doing quite a good job battling here to stay alive. Just at a 3-2 count. I haven't been keeping track of the number of pitches, but we're up around 10. And the pitch inside, Walker. Great at bat by Gabao. Levisen's still at second. Gabao at first. That brings up the top of the order. Carlson to the plate. Carlson reached and scored on an error in the first inning, struck out in the second. Peyton Offerdahl with the delivery, swung on, and that's popped up over to the third base side. Third baseman is underneath of it, can't quite come up with that catch, so it pops out of her glove. That was ruled a foul. So Jenna Carlson has an 0-1 count with still runners at first and second and nobody down here in the fourth inning. So she tried to catch it. She was in foul territory. Not sure if it landed fair, must have landed foul. She bunts that one. That one's picked up by the pitcher, slung over to first base in time to retire Carlson. One away here now in the fourth inning. That brings up Reamer to the plate. Reamer wearing number 1, the shortstop for Mille Lacs. Singled in the third inning, struck out back in the first. Runner still at. Now the bases are full. Carlson at first. Gabao at second. Heivisen at third. That pitch is swung on and missed. Strike one. Peyton Offerdahl with the delivery. In there for a strike. 0-2 the count. Bases loaded. Nobody down here in the bottom of the fourth for Mille Lacs in a tie ball game, 4-4. That pitch is swung on in the air. In the infield, the second baseman giving chase can't quite come up with it on the edge of the grass, and it drops in. The right fielder picks it up, tosses it back in. Not after a run scores, and all runners advance one base. So Jen Heivisen comes around to score. Gabao moves over to third. Carlson to second as Reamer reaches. That brings up the pitcher, Brooklyn Orzum, to the plate. And Brooklyn batting from the left-hand side. First ball is delivered for a strike. Orzum struck out in her last at-bat and walked and scored a run in the first inning. Pitch by Peyton on its way. Swung on and missed. 0-2 to Brooklyn Orzum. And the pitch. In there. struck her out, caught her looking. Brooklyn's down on strikes. Brings up Paige Stecker, the third baseman. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on the game. One away. Base is still loaded here for Mille Lacs. Stecker takes first pitch for a ball. Cabal at third, Carlson at second, and Reamer at first. That pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1 to Paige Stecker. That pitch in there, strike 2, 1-2. Left side of the infield in a little bit. That pitch is swung on and fouled back. 1-2. The count remains to Paige Stecker. Peyton ready to deliver to Paige. The 1-2 pitch is fouled back and out of play. One and two still the count here in the bottom of the fourth. 5-4 now. Mille Lacs over Nevis. And the pitch swung on, fouled back. As I try to dry off the necessary things here. I was hoping this rain would hold off, but it's here. That pitch is low. 2-2 now to Paige Stecker. Peyton Offerdahl looking in, winds up and delivers. That pitch also swung on and fouled back and out of play. Can't quite see my truck from here, but looks to have landed near my vehicle. You'd think I would learn after a few games here to not park behind home. But sometimes that's the easiest place to park and get all the equipment out, and then I don't go back and move it. So 3 balls and 2 strikes now. One away here in the 4th inning. Peyton with the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. 3-2 still to Stecker. Mueller on deck for Mille Lacs. Peyton Offerdahl with the windup and the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to left field. Appears to be foul. Left fielder is going to come up with it, though. That's going to be an out as Gabao checks at third base and scores. Making it now 6-4 in favor of Mille Lacs here over Nevis in the 4th inning. Other runners stay, so Carlson's still at second. Reamer still at first. Page with the sacrifice there brings Mueller up to the bat. Mueller struck out in her last at bat. Had a single and was stranded on third in the first. Carlson is going to steal second here. No throw. So now we have runners at the corners with 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th for Mille Lacs. Mueller at bat. Count is 1-0. That pitch is swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. If Mueller can reach here, we will have batted around in this inning for Mille Lacs. Peyton Offerdahl ready to deliver. Winds up and does so. Swung on, fouled, tapped just behind her. 1-2 now the count to Mueller. Peyton Offerdahl with the windup and the pitch. Just missed. Ball 2. 2 strikes to Mueller. 2 away and 2 on. That ball gets past the catcher. That's going to score both runs as they have trouble handling that ball back there. So on a wild pitch or pass ball, couldn't quite tell. We'll get word on that. Carlson and Reamer both score. Reamer from second, Carlson from third. Reamer had moved over to second base on that steal from Carlson. So she represents the 8th run, the 6th of this inning. Mueller still at bat with a 2-2 count. And the pitch here by Peyton inside. No, that's a strike. And that ends the inning. That's strike number 3. So Mille Lacs finally retired, but not until after scoring 6 runs here in the 4th inning to make it 8-4 on top. 8-4. I see our scoreboard is wrong. I'll fix that. Anyway, 8-4 here after 4 innings. We'll be going into the 5th inning here with Nevis up to bat. They will bring Danica Anderson, Annabelle Bolster, and Peyton Offerdahl to the plate on yourliveevent.com. We'll be back after this.
Would like to be your go-to store. They keep inventory fresh. This year adding Chubbies and Thread wallets with more new products coming. Check their Facebook page for updates. Martin's continues to be the premier dealer for sunglasses from Maui Jim, Oakley, Costa, Blender, SunCloud, and Smith. But wait, there's more. Martin Sports Shop's selection of swimsuits, quality sandals, wake surf, water skis, tubes, and so much more. Come in, say hi, and they'll show you all Martin Sports Shop has to offer in downtown Nisswa.
When you have a project calling for concrete, contact the pros at Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction, offering high-quality professional masonry and concrete services to the Pillager and Brainerd Lakes area. The team of skilled craftsmen with Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction is ready to help for foundations, patios, driveways, colored and stamped concrete, and much more. For your residential and light commercial concrete jobs, call Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction at 218-639-2374. Fully licensed and offering free estimates.
Welcome back to Minnesota High School Softball Section 5A playoffs. We're here in Isle, Minnesota, where the Nevis Tigers are taking on the Mille Lacs Raiders. We're here in the top of the 5th inning. Danica Anderson at the plate for Nevis. First pitch is swung on and fouled off. 0-1 the count. Danica struck out in the 1st inning, reached on a single in the 3rd, scored a run. Here in the 5th, she has an 0-2 count. That pitch is swung on, hit to right field, and brought in by the right fielder for Mille Lacs, Ms. Gabao. That's our first out of the inning for Nevis. Brings up Annabelle Bolster, the center fielder, number 28. Reached on a walk in the 1st inning. Reached on a single in the 3rd, but was caught stealing as she attempted to steal home. 1 ball here to Annabelle Bolster. Now 2 balls, 2-0 count with 1 away here in the 5th inning. That ball is hit sharply to right field. She's going to throw that in the first base. It's not going to be in time as Annabelle Bolster reaches with a single. Bringing up starting pitcher Peyton Offerdahl for the Nevis Tigers. Peyton Offerdahl reached in the first inning on an error. Grounded out in the third. Takes ball one here in the fifth inning. 1-0 the count with Bolster on first. That ball in there, that pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Brooklyn with the delivery. That's low. 2-1 the count. Bolster rather, threatening a steal. That ball is hit and grounded to the shortstop, flipped over to second for the force out. Offerdahl is going to reach on the fielder's choice. Bolster out. That's the second out of the inning. Brenna Lido, number 3, to the plate. She had a single in the third, strikeout in the first. Batting here in the fifth with Peyton Offerdahl at first. First pitch there is a strike, 0-1 to Lido. And the pitch just missed, 1-1. That pitch low in the dirt and gets past the catcher, and that's going to move Offerdahl over to second base. And a 2-1 count now to Lido. And the pitch by Brooklyn swung on and missed. Counts 2-2 here now with 2 away. Offerdahl at second. The pitch just outside. Count is now full with 2 away. Offerdahl will be off with the crack of the bat. That pitch is low, ball 4. Lido walks. Offerdahl still at second. That brings Callie Prendez to the plate. Callie struck out in the second inning and was retired in the third for the third out. 2 away here. First pitch, just low, ball 1. Rain seems to have stopped for the time being as that pitch is delivered in there for a strike, 1-1. Durgan on deck for Nevis. And the pitch by Brooklyn misses, 2-1 the count. And the pitch, foul tap. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Prendez. All right, here, while we're waiting for play to resume, I'm going to go ahead and update our scoreboard. That pitch is in there for a strike, retiring the side. No runs that inning. They did leave 2 stranded after 4.5. The score is Mille Lacs 8, Nevis 4. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com with Minnesota State High School Softball Section 5A playoffs after these messages.
News from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Shrump Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrump Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrump Excavating will have your project done right and on time. Serving Pine River, Bacchus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrump Excavating LLC. Online at shrumpexcavating.com.
Boone.
Welcome back to Minnesota High School Softball Section 5A Playoffs. Mille Lacs hosting Nevis today. Mille Lacs on top 8-4 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Mille Lacs coming up to the plate. We'll get this score updated here for you. 8-4 on the scoreboard. Mille Kapsner up to bat for Mille Lacs. Hits that first pitch just foul right in front of me down the right field line. 0-1 the count to Kapsner here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Kapsner singled last inning and scored a run, struck out in the first. Swing and a miss there. 0-2 the count. Peyton Offerdahl still out there pitching for Nevis. Delivers, swung on and missed. Strikeout for Peyton, and that is her 10th, 11th strikeout of the game. That is quite impressive, and that brings up Danny Larson, the first baseman for Mille Lacs. First pitches swung on and missed. 0-1. And that pitch is swung on and grounded to second base. Has trouble finding the handle on it, can't get it over there in time. Danny Larson is going to reach first base on an error. Bringing up Jen Heveisen. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. I don't think I got proper pronunciation for her name, so I do apologize if I am butchering that. Jen Heveisen. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. So 11 strikeouts for Peyton Offerdahl. As that ball is hit to right field for a single, sending Danny Larson over to third base. So now we'll have runners at the corners for Gabao here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. 8-4 Mille Lacs, and they are threatening to score again with one away. As I was saying, 11 straight strikeouts for outs. Not all in a row, but all outs up until the second out of the fourth inning were strikeouts. And now she has struck one more out this inning, as that pitch was outside the zone for a ball. Heveisen moves over to second, no throw. So now runners at second and third. And the pitch here to Gabao is swung on and missed. 1-1 is the count. One away. Runners now, as I said, on second and third. Peyton Offerdahl drying the ball off a little bit. Winding up and delivers. Swung on and missed. 1-2 the count. That pitch well out of the zone. 2-2. Mille Lacs hoping to hold this lead here. Winner of this game plays the number 1 seeded Black Duck team here tomorrow in Black Duck. That pitch misses the zone. 3-2 now. The count with 1 away and 2 runners on. Danny Larson at third. Hey, Bison at second. That pitch is fouled off and out of play. Count remains 3-2. Nevis looking to score a couple of runs here to punch their own ticket to Black Duck. That pitch is inside. Ball 4. Bauer's going to take a base, load him up here. With just 1 away in the 5th inning. So now we have Larson at third, Eisen at second, Gabao at first, Jenna Carlson at the plate. She's going to single to left field, scoring 1 run to make it now 9-4 as Danny Larson comes around to score on that single. Eisen over to third, Gabao to second. Carlson at first brings up Reamer to the plate. Reamer singled and scored a run last inning. Singled and was stranded in the third, struck out in the first. That ball is hit to the shortstop, flipped over to third. Line drive out, but could not get the force out on third base. So now 2 away, and Brooklyn Orzum up to bat. She hits the first pitch to left field, drops in there for a hit, and scores a run as Eisen comes over from third base to score. Gabao now to third. Jenna Carlson to second. Orzum at first, and that brings up the third baseman, Paige Stecker. Score is now 10-4 in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch by Peyton is out of zone, ball 1. The delivery by Peyton Offerdahl is out of the zone, 2-0. Two-0 count with 2 down. That pitch is in there for a strike, 2-1 to Paige Stecker. Mueller on deck. And the pitch out of the zone, 3-1. Mille Lacs scored 2 runs here so far this inning, threatening to score more. The delivery by Peyton is swung on, foul down the third base line. And everybody will go back. We'll reset. And we'll have a 3-2 pitch with 2 away, and the base is loaded. Peyton with the windup. The 3-2 delivery swung on and hit hard to left field, but the left fielder's underneath of it, comes up with the catch and retires the side to limit the damage to just 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th for Mille Lacs. So after 5 innings, after 5 full innings here now, it is 10-4. Mille Lacs over Nevis. We'll be back with the 6th inning and Nevis at the plate after these messages on YourLiveEvent.com.
Open daily from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. and they're located in Isle, Minnesota. Come on in for all your hunting needs. They have a full line of ammo and quality new and used firearms. Boone's also specializes in collector firearms and ammo. They offer hunting apparel and Red Wing boots. Boone's Fine Guns also encourages you to take a kid hunting. They are the future. Boone's Fine Guns also celebrates and congratulates the Isle High School graduating class of 2022.
It's agreed, education is the key to success. At Isle High School, their mission is to empower learners with lifelong skills to succeed. Athletics also plays an important role in a student's development, with participating athletes learning life lessons along the way. Isle High School is proud to be one half of the Mille Raiders Athletic Co-op. Located on the shores of beautiful Mille Lake, Isle High School offers students a great environment to learn, working together as a group or individually. Go Raiders!
At Mille Lacs.
Welcome back to Minnesota High School Softball Section 5A playoffs. I'm Paul Learned. We're heading into the top of the 6th inning here in Isle, Minnesota. Mille Lacs holds a 10-4 lead over Nevis. Coming up for Nevis, Callie Prendes, the catcher, wearing number 21. Still pitching for Mille Lacs is Brooklyn Orizon. That first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. That pitch is called strike 0-2. Brooklyn with the windup and the delivery. Strikeout. Caught her looking. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 away. Julia Durgan to the plate for Nevis. Olivia Harris is at the plate, not Julia Durgan. Olivia Harris takes first pitch for a ball. Second pitch is high, 2-0 the count. The windup by Brooklyn, pitch there is high, 3-0 to Olivia Harris. Cassandra Bolster on deck. That pitch is in there for strike 3-1. Olivia reached and scored on a walk in the first inning. Reached on a single in the second. Flew out in the fourth here. Now with a 3-2 count after she fouls that pitch off. Count is full at 3-2 with 1 away. That pitch is fouled into the backstop. As a baseball lands under my table. Some kids playing ball in the JV field behind us, just kind of throwing it around, having fun. Brooklyn winds up and delivers. The 3-2 pitch is out of the zone. Walked her. That will send Harris to first, and that will bring up Cassandra Bolster. Cassandra, ready, takes first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Cassandra Bolster was stranded on first after a single in the fourth, grounded out in the second, singled and scored in the first. That pitch swung on a miss as Olivia Harris attempts to steal. The second throw is past the second baseman. So Olivia Harris will be in there with a successful stolen base. And a 1-1 count to Cassandra Bolster. The bag there seems to be coming up out of the ground a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't trip anybody up. One and one, the count to Cassandra Bolster with one away and a runner on second. That pitch is swung on, hit in the air to center field. It's going to drop in front of the center fielder. And she throws it to the second baseman. That hits her in the back. She was not looking. So that allows Olivia Harris to reach third base. She was stuck there at second. Could have maybe had a rundown situation, but the second baseman not paying attention, got hit with the ball in the back, and Olivia Harris moves over to third base. Cassandra Bolster reaches first and then steals second here in this pitch. No throw, so she'll reach due to indifference, and there's now an 0-1 count to Ella DeWitt, who's now at the plate for Nevis. That pitch is swung on, hit up the middle for a single. Two RBIs on that hit for Ella DeWitt, scoring Bolster from second and Harris from third. To inch closer here now, 10-6 in the sixth inning. Bringing up Danica Anderson to the plate. Danica Anderson now batting with one away, and Ella DeWitt at first base. That pitch is outside for ball one. That pitch is swung on, foul tipped. 1-1 the count. Brooklyn with the windup and the pitch. In there for a strike. 1-2. Ella DeWitt still at first base. One down, and the pitch swung on, fouled back. 1-2. Still to Danica Anderson. Danica flew out last inning. Swings on this pitch, hits it to the shortstop, who steps on second base to force out Ella DeWitt. Danica Anderson is going to reach on a fielder's choice. 2 away now here in the sixth inning for Nevis. Annabelle Bolster at the plate. Annika walked in the first and had a couple of singles in the third and fifth innings. That pitch misses the zone. 1-0. With Danica Anderson at first and 2 away. And the pitch swung on, fouled back, out of play, right on to a forward escape in the parking lot. 1-1 the count. Brooklyn with the windup and the pitch. That one's high. 2-1 the count. Peyton Offerdahl on deck for Nevis. That pitch in there for a strike. 2-2. Wind up, delivery. Called strike 3 for the third out of the inning for Nevis. They do score 2. Improve that score to 10-6 here with Mille Lacs coming up in the bottom of the sixth inning on yourliveevent.com. We'll be back after this.
It's their mission to responsibly provide reliable, competitively priced energy, services, and products to meet the needs of their members and customers. To hear what's new, visit MLECMN.com. Read their latest newsletter to keep up with current news at the Co-op. Smart Hub, access your account information 24/7. Find out other ways your Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative is serving its members. MLECMN.com.
Come get your fill at Pizza Ranch of Baxter and Little Falls. Pizza Ranch features plenty of pizza, a sensible salad bar, famous fried chicken, all the fixins, and delectable dessert. Buffet your way. Pizza Ranch on Edgewood Drive in Baxter and in Little Falls.
Restock on food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 is stocked with bait, tackle, and snacks for your fishing excursions, quality Cenex gasoline, and off-road diesel. Their inside and outside car washes are open. Make sure to stop by to keep your car shining bright in the sun. Don't forget your fishing and hunting license. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Located on the south end of Mille.
Welcome back to Minnesota High School Softball Section 5A Playoffs. Mille Lacs hosting Nevis today. We're listening on yourliveevent.com. I'm Paul Learned. We're here in the bottom of the sixth inning. First pitch here by Nevis retires Mille for Mille Lacs on a ground ball to third base. 5-3 put out on one pitch here to start the bottom half of the sixth inning with a score 10-6. Mille Lacs leading Nevis. Kapsner up to bat now, the second baseman for Mille Lacs. 1-0 count. Pitch number 2 on its way, swung on, grounded to first base, kicks that. Isn't able to flip it over in time. That's going to be an error on Mille Lacs as Kapsner reaches first base. Bringing up Danny Larson to the plate for Mille Lacs. Danny Larson playing first base, wearing number 4. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Peyton Offerdahl pitching for Nevis. Delivers high. 1-1 to Danny Larson. Miley Kapsner still on first base after reaching on an error. Peyton with the windup. Swung on and missed there by Danny Larson. 1-2 the count. Peyton delivers, swung on, fouled back. Count remains 1-2. Here with one away in the bottom of the sixth for Mille Lacs. Runner at first base. That runner's Miley Kapsner, reached on an error. Danny Larson in the batter's box. Ready. Swings and misses. Struck out. Her second strikeout of the game, the second out of the inning here for Mille Lacs, and that brings up Jen Heveisen, number 17 for Mille Lacs, designated hitter. Pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Twelve strikeouts for Peyton Offerdahl. That pitch is in there, 0-2, looking for her 13th strikeout here and to retire the side. The windup and the pitch. Just missed. A little high. 1-2 the count. Peyton Offerdahl drying the ball off a little bit. Delivers. Ball 2. 2-2 the count with 2 away. Mille Lacs thinking about maybe getting a couple more runs here. That ball is hit sharply to the shortstop, who steps on second base for the force out and retires the side. Nice ground out unassisted to the shortstop, retiring the side. No runs. They did leave one runner on base after 6 innings. 10-6. Mille Lacs on top of Nevis. Nevis is going to have one more shot here in the 7th inning to tie this up or take the lead and play on at Black Duck tomorrow. Otherwise, if Mille Lacs can hold on to this 10-6 lead, they will travel to Black Duck for the second game tomorrow. I'm Paul Leonard. You're listening to YourLiveEvent.com. Again, the score here 10-6. Mille Lacs over Nevis. We'll be back after these messages.
High School is a place where content-rich academics, a healthy and supportive learning environment, outstanding technical education electives, and vast extracurricular activities all collide to create students that are ready to tackle the challenges of the future and fulfill their greatest potential. Onamia High School, where every day counts. And Onamia High School says, "Go Raiders!"
Benson's Hometown Bar and Grill in Onamia offers great food and a wide selection of drinks. Enjoy locally sourced Minnesota flavors from signature burgers to mouth-watering chicken strips. Don't miss the Find the Ace of Spades drawing every Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. and their famous meat raffle every Sunday at 3 p.m. Proud supporters of Mille Lacs Raiders sports. Benson's Hometown Bar and Grill is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. To find out more and to check out their menu, visit bensonsbarandgrill.com.
Stop in to read.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. We're here in the top of the 7th. Nevis at bat. Peyton Offerdahl at the plate. First pitch was ball. Pitch number 2, also ball, 2-0 count now to Peyton Offerdahl. Top of the 7th, last chance for Nevis to score a few runs here and stay in this game, as that pitch is fouled back. 2-1. Winner of this game plays Black Duck, number 1 seed Black Duck, tomorrow in Black Duck. Loser moves to the double loss bracket. So that pitch is hit to right field, drops just in front of the right fielder. Peyton Offerdahl was going to reach with a single. That brings up Brenna Lindo to the plate. Brenda Lindo has a strikeout, a single, and a walk today. Swings on that first pitch, fouls it back for a strike, 0-1. Oh, that's how they wanted to start it. Got the leadoff runner on. And that pitch is hit up the middle for a base hit. That's going to send Offerdahl to second, where she will stay. Lindo to first with a single, bringing up Callie Prendes to the plate. Callie Prendes, number 21, the catcher for Nevis, has struck out twice today. That pitch is swung on a miss, strike 1. And that delivery is low and past the catcher. That's going to send both runners, Offerdahl and Lindo, up a base. So Offerdahl now at third, Lindo at second, and a 1-1 count to Callie Prendes with no outs here in the top of the 7th. That pitch is fouled back and on play. 1-2. Julia Durgan on deck for Nevis. That pitch fouled off into the backstop. Count remains 1-2. The windup by Brooklyn and the pitch low, 2-2. 2 on here in the top of the 7th. Second and third. This pitch hit on the ground to third base, who fires over first. Can't quite come up with it. She's going to be safe at first. Safe at home. That scores 1 run for Nevis. Brenna Lindo stays at second. Callie Predna is safe at first with an error. Scores 1 run, bringing the score now to 10-7 here in the 7th inning. Nobody down. We're going to have a timeout. Conference on the mound. The whole infield in for that conference. Actually didn't even see a coach out there, so just a players only conference at the mound. We're all set to go back, we're all set as the players go back to their respective positions, and Brooklyn delivers. That is a strike. 0-1 to Julia Durgan. That pitch misses. 1-1. Runners at first and second for Nevis. Showing bunt. Tips it, fouls it. That's strike 1-2 to Julia Durgan. Brooklyn with the delivery. Swung on, popped up, and out of play. 1-2, still the count to Durgan. The leadoff hitter, Olivia Harris, on deck for Nevis. And the pitch just missed. 2-2. Here to Julia Durgan. Runners at first and second. Nevis has scored one run already. And that pitch is swung on and missed. Strikeout. Julia Durgan retired. 1 away. That brings us to the top of the order. Olivia Harris. Due up. Olivia Harris, in fact, is up. She reached and scored on a walk last inning. Walked and scored a run in the first as well. Singled in the second. First pitch there's low, ball 1. 1-0, 1 out. Runners at first and second for Nevis. And the pitch swung on right back to the pitcher. She throws it wide of the first baseman. So Harris will reach and then reach second as the first baseman throws it back into third base, but that was too late as Brenna Linda was already standing there. So now Olivia Harris on second. Callie. Who do we have? Do we have a pinch runner? We may have a pinch runner. We have a pinch runner. I don't have a name. I will look for that. But Nevis, runners at second and third. Here in the top of the 7th, Cassandra Bolster at the plate. Swings and misses. She is now down an 0-2 count. Behind. That ball's in there for a strike. 3-pitch strikeout. Cassandra Bolster retired for the second out of the inning. (10-8) now the score. That pitch is hit in the air to shortstop, who makes the catch and ends the game for Mille with a victory over Nevis, 10-8. Mille will move on to play the number 1 seeded Black Duck team tomorrow in Black Duck, and we will look up and see what happens to Nevis after this. This is a double elimination tournament though, so they will be moving on. We will be back with a recap after this. The final here again, 10-8, Mille Lacs over Nevis in the Section 5A playoffs on yourliveevent.com. I'm Paul Leonard. We'll be back after these messages.
In Cross Lake. While there, be sure to pick up Reed's Hardwood Smoked Meats, made in Reed's very own smokehouse, located on County Road 3 and open at 7 a.m. 7 days a week. Shop Reed's Market in Cross Lake.
When you get that rumble in your belly, make your way to Smoke and Mortar's Barbecue and Meat Market in Isle. Proud supporters of Mille Lacs Raider Sports. Smoke and Mortar's Barbecue offers daily smoke specials, which are posted on Facebook. Need something quick while you're on the go? Grab a sandwich from the deli or beef sticks and jerky. Smoke and Mortar's Barbecue and Meat Market. Open Wednesday and Sunday, 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. In the old Dairy Vi on Highway 47 South in Isle.
Be the best brand you can be with quality apparel and custom designs from Real Design. From screen print and embroidery to custom art, the Real Design team turns your vision into finished garments everyone will be proud to wear. Visit realdesigninc.com and check out their online fan store featuring apparel for your school, business, or fundraiser. Call 320-364-0092 or visit their office in downtown Isle and always online at realdesigninc.com.
The Mille Lacs Lake area is like nowhere else. It's a great place to live, a great place to visit, and a great place to stay healthy. Thanks to the Mille Lacs Health System, the right care for you, right by you. The Mille Lacs Health System is staffed with highly skilled medical professionals who provide the expertise you expect, the reassurance you seek, and the compassion you deserve. We provide outpatient services to treat severe or chronic conditions with infusion therapy. That includes chemotherapy, hydration, and blood transfusions, plus injections for substance abuse and osteoporosis. There are a full range of modern healthcare services with 5 convenient family medicine clinics located in Onamia, Isle, Garrison, Hillman, and Malacca. Get the personalized healthcare you need from people who get you. Mille Lacs Health System, the right care for you, right by you.
Quality service makes the difference. Those are the words Oberfeld Insurance in Isle lives by. Complete customer service when it comes to your insurance needs. Whether you're looking for auto, homeowners, commercial, life, or health insurance, Oberfeld Insurance works with dozens of insurance companies, getting you the best coverage with the best company at the best price. To learn more, visit oberfeldinsurance.com or call 320-676-3267.
Tomorrow is happening right now. Today, more than ever, the world needs safe, secure, sustainable, and affordable sources of energy. That's why Enbridge is advancing new technologies to reduce emissions, like carbon capture and hydrogen power. By putting in the work today, we're bridging to a cleaner energy future. Tomorrow is on. Enbridge. Life takes energy.
Bliss Salon and Boutique in Pequot Lakes is your top spot for hair, makeup, and lash extensions. And no surprise, they've done it again. Bliss is a 2025 Best of Weddings pick on the Knot magazine and our Hall of Famers. And Bliss Salon and Boutique is so much more. Find lots of beautiful, locally made and handcrafted accessories and jewelry. Plus, pick up some Pequot Lakes' own Oofta Juice. Stop and see the awesome gals at Bliss Salon and Boutique on Main Street in downtown Pequot Lakes.
Welcome back to yourliveevent.com. The final here is Mille Lacs 10, Nevis 8. Mille Lacs again moves on to play Black Duck tomorrow for a chance to play in these section finals. The big deal player of the game today was Brooklyn Orzen for Mille Lacs, the starting pitcher. She had a very solid game. 8 strikeouts, gave up 8 runs, but only half of them were earned. The big deal player of the game is brought to you by Atwater Chevrolet and GMC in Aitkin, Riverwood Healthcare, Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products in Brainerd, Von Hansen's Meat Market in Baxter, Whitey's Major Appliance in Brainerd, Dondeliger Automotive in Brainerd, BigDealAuctions.com, Cuyuna Regional Medical Center, Tykes Carpet Castle in Brainerd, Shannon's Auto Body in Brainerd, Lilliquest Sewer and Excavating in Aiken. The I Bring the Energy player of the game today is Jen Hayweisen for Mille Lacs. Hayweisen had a very solid game and was definitely leading this team offensively as the designated hitter. She had a couple of singles today, 2 runs scored, and actually 3 singles, 2 runs scored, and generally just held this team together offensively. So she is our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game. Enbridge thanks you for supporting the Line 3 replacement project. Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it was done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. Thank you from Enbridge. Again, Mille Lacs 10, Nevis 8. We'll come back with some final thoughts after these messages on yourliveevent.com.
One would like to be your go-to store. They keep inventory fresh, this year adding Chubbies and Thread wallets with more new products coming. Check their Facebook page for updates. Martin's continues to be the premier dealer for sunglasses from Maui Jim, Oakley, Costa, Blender, SunCloud, and Smith. But wait, there's more. Martin Sports Shop's selection of swimsuits, quality sandals, wake surf, water skis, tubes, and so much more. Come in, say hi, and they'll show you all Martin Sports Shop has to offer in downtown Nisswa.
When you have a project calling for concrete, contact the pros at Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction, offering high-quality professional masonry and concrete services to the Pillager and Brainerd Lakes area. The team of skilled craftsmen with Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction is ready to help for foundations, patios, driveways, colored and stamped concrete, and much more. For your residential and light commercial concrete jobs, call Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction at 218-639-2374. Fully licensed and offering free estimates.
More big news from Wides Major Appliance in Brainerd. Wides announces a new line to offer you. Now, stop in to see the incredible line of appliances from Speed Queen. Speed Queens are tested to last 25 years, offers warranties up to 7 years parts and labor, and is the recommended brand by most service people. With Speed Queen and Crosley, plus service, parts, and used appliances, Wides is your one-stop appliance shop for major appliances without the major price. See Wides Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Bacchus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
Boone's Fine Guns is open daily from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m., and they're located in Isle, Minnesota. Come on in for all your hunting needs. They have a full line of ammo and quality new and used firearms. Boone's also specializes in collector firearms and ammo. They offer hunting apparel and Red Wing boots. Boone's Fine Guns also encourages you to take a kid hunting. They are the future. Boone's Fine Guns also celebrates and congratulates the Isle High School graduating class of 2022.
It's a